Welcome to Unleashed. I'm James Razile. This is
Andrew Fantasia.
And we have not done an Unleashed episode in quite some time. We're sharing a microphone, and we will share it also on this weekend's I Rebel, which you can see Saturday and Sunday. And also, guys, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. We like talking Star Wars with you, and the comments below have been fantastic. And also on Twitter, we were just doing I Rebel. So if you watch Saturday's I Rebel, you will see us respond to what I'm about to read right now. We got this just before 2 o'clock this afternoon. So this is going up later because internet's slow and whatnot, and we have to record it. But Jacob Nixon over on the Twitter sent me a tweet that said, official Last Jedi poster debuts on Sunday at New York Comic Con. My first response was obviously, because I did write on the Facebook page, what are the odds of the trailer announcement being mentioned at New York Comic Con? And the reason I thought that was because I didn't even realize, this completely lost my mind, but I was on the Instagram account of Star Wars, and it said, here's our Last Jedi booth at New York Comic Con. Andrew, does the poster on Sunday make sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially since we're supposedly getting this trailer on Monday. I don't know. I was always of the mind that, like, one thing always leads to another, right? So, like, the trailer dropping is going to be basically the starter's pistol that says, okay, buy your tickets now. That's what the trailer has always done. But when you buy your tickets and you go on that website for the movie theater closest to you and you click on, I want to buy the Star Wars ticket, what's always there next to it? The poster for the movie. Yep. And we've had this teaser poster for a long time, but it's just a teaser poster, and they never really use those when it's the final hour. So I was like, okay, we kind of have to get one to get the other. If we want to buy our tickets, we got to get that trailer. If we want to get that trailer, we got to get the poster. So this makes perfect sense to me.
And this is exactly like they did for The Force Awakens, where The Force Awakens, all the talk was on the trailer on Monday Night Football, tickets afterwards, and then that Saturday, I believe it was the Saturday before, the poster for The Last Jedi dropped. It might have been the Sunday, but I'm pretty sure it was the Saturday. The poster dropped. Now, so this is exactly what I think is going to happen, what you think is going to happen. New rumors are circulating that you'll be able to buy your ticket on Monday, October 9th, right after the trailer, just like they did for Force Awakens. And if it ain't broke, why fix it? Now, did you like the poster for The Force Awakens?
I loved that poster. I know it was divisive. I mean, it would have been nice if it was hand-drawn like all the other ones, you know, with the Drew Struzan touch. I don't know if he's retired. Maybe he didn't want to do it. But I'm sure there's other good artists out there. Like, get somebody, hand-draw it. Star Wars has always had that classic look. So I was a little sad that it was just another Photoshop job. But at least it looked cool. It was probably the most colorful thing I've ever seen in my life, which was nice. I like colors. At least it wasn't, you know, typical Hollywood where it's just faces, all faces. It wasn't,
or one giant face with text.
Yeah,
the Force was in her.
Yeah, no, thankfully, it was an action-packed poster, which makes sense because that's what Star Wars has been about. All the posters have looked like that. I love the whole dynamic where Rey was holding the staff and Kylo's saber was like right behind it. Everything just looked cool. I can't wait to see the Last Jedi version of that. I don't expect it to be as colorful.
Yeah. My feeling on this new poster is it's going to be a lot more subdued than the last one. And, I don't want to compare it to the Empire Strikes Back poster at all, so I won't. But I think you're going to get, the faces you're going to get at, but I really think we're going to see Rose because they've been pushing Rose, and I think we're going to see DJ on there. I'm not 100% sure we will see Holdo or not, but I'm willing to bet we will see DJ standing tough, and Rose smiling because she's bubbly, which we know, and then we'll see obviously everybody else. And it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Finn and Rose in Imperial gear because that seems to be what they are pushing for those characters. That's what I would see. Kylo Ren obviously will be on there without the mask most likely because they're not really marketing him with the mask, and you can bet your bottom dollar that Luke Skywalker will be at the forefront of that poster.
Oh, yeah. If I had to put money on 3 characters who are going to be on this poster, it would be Luke, it would be Rey, and surprisingly, it would be BB-8. I think that for the really little kids out there who obviously loved BB-8, because who doesn't, that's just your cue to be like, those kids are probably aware. There was a Star Wars movie last year, but it was a little weird and different. But then here's this poster. It's like, oh, BB-8's back. He's in this one again. Take me, mommy. So that is, I think that's those three are who my money is on. But yeah, I think you're right. Luke is going to be the main focus of this poster. Like, he's going to be big. His head is going to be the biggest.
Yeah, I think especially with him not being in The Force Awakens, which is totally justified and made a complete sense in that film. So obviously no one's complaining about that. But he was not using the marketing of that film, obviously because they couldn't. But now you can. And now he is. I mean, Mark Hamill says this isn't Luke's story anymore. Obviously now it's Rey's story or whoever. But I think still at the end of the day, this is still Luke's story. He might not be the lead in his story, but it is still his story because his journey has not come to an end yet as much as people would like to believe it did. Obviously if he's the reason, Snoke was able to corrupt Ben, or if he's the one that killed all the Jedi, which is whatever, but there's still more to Luke Skywalker that we need to know. And obviously from what we've seen from the last trailer, which was 965 days ago, so, which was, at Star Wars Celebration, it's time for the Jedi to end. We know that there's been a change in his beliefs of some sort, but he's still a Jedi. He's still referred to as a Jedi. Snoke says he is the last Jedi. The Crawl tells us he is the last Jedi. The title of this new movie, believe it or not, tells us that he is the last Jedi right now. That could change going forward. But at this moment, Luke Skywalker is a Jedi, but his beliefs in the Jedi have altered.
Quick side, Akbar. You know how they kept saying, like, this movie's going to change the game and it's going to be so different? I was thinking the other day, imagine if the big game changer in this film is that we get 4 paragraphs in the Crawl instead of 3. What? Wild man. Rian Johnson's a wild man.
I believe, when I first saw Force Awakens, I was like, and they're like, we're going to pick up The Last Jedi right where Force Awakens left off. My initial thought was, they're going to change it. They're going to go a long time ago. It's going to go, and then we're going to go in Act 2. And then you're going to have the I am your father moment. Not that Luke is Rey's father, but the moment, like that kind of impact. Like, Rey, this is blah. Or Luke, this is blah. Like, because it could be Rey telling something to Luke. Mm-hmm. Like, the moment could even be something as simple as Han's dead. Because maybe for some reason Luke can't sense that, which is weird. But you know what I mean. But he didn't show up, so maybe he can't sense it anymore. Maybe something has hindered his ability. We don't know. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Just believe me. And then I thought right away that after that moment, the Crawl would happen. We wouldn't get the Crawl right away. They would change it, do like a TV show tease, and then the Crawl. I'm now backtracking on that a bit because I think that the Crawl now is going to take place after the destruction of Starkiller Base and before Rey leaves for Act 2, and we're going to get a Crawl in between that time slot.
Okay, I see what you mean. So, like, whatever it pans down to, whatever ship we see, that ship stuff is happening as Rey is en route to Act 2.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Do you think the Crawl will be red?
I love moving the mic like this. No, I don't, and not because of artistic or because of this reason, that reason. Red is a lot harder on the eyes to read on screen.
I hope it isn't.
And back when they made Star Wars, you couldn't use red. Like when I went to film school, they were like, "Do not use red." Like red used to bleed too much. It doesn't anymore, but it is a lot harder. I used to have when I did the title announcement, I used red font, and even that on this was in HD was tough to read. Yeah, so I got rid of the red after that because I thought it was neat. Then I got rid of it, and then I just think it's harder on the eyes, period, to read red than a nice yellow. White, you can go white, but I think they're gonna stick with yellow on that.
I think so too. Yeah. Let's talking back about this poster. Do you think? Obviously, I think we're both in agreement that it's not going to be as colorful as the Force Awakens poster, but do you think it's going to be very stark, like the teaser poster, or do you think it's going to have some more life to it?
Yeah, it'll really resemble more The Force Awakens, and because of that, it'll have to have more color. Not more than The Force Awakens, but more than the teaser poster. I'm really hoping it's more of, like you said, like a prequel poster. I'm hoping it's more like that. But to be honest, I'm really satisfied with the teaser poster they have right now. Like if I got my hands on that one, which I couldn't because I didn't sleep over at night to go there, but like that to me is like that's one of my favorite posters that I've seen. It's not cliche. it's just kind of like, here's the person in the middle of these two, and she's the bright light shining between this. And I'm just everything about it. I'm like, I really like this. It's simple. It's nice, and it tells you what you need to know. Now, this last one, like I said, it's going to have to tell us a little bit more, and that's why I think DJ will be on there, Rose will be on there, Finn, and Ray, obviously, Ray, Luke, BB-8, they'll probably sneak in, like you said, and maybe BB-9E, which they've really been banking on this BB. I don't know how much he's in the movie if they don't feel like they can sell him on it, kind of like C2B5 and Rogue One wasn't on that poster, but I really like the Rogue One poster, if I remember it.
Yeah, it was more vertical. It was very like, here's two characters, here's another, here's another, here's another.
Yeah, but that was kind of classic Star Wars in a lot of ways. And then they hid Vader, right? Did they hide Vader? Or no, that's the Star Wars Celebration poster. I'm getting them all mixed up.
I can get it right now. It's on the Blu-ray.
It is on the. It's not the one with like Jin walking. Okay, yeah. So.
Oh no, this is slightly different from what the poster was, but. It's a little bit different. It's
the same idea. So I don't really want that necessarily, but I think we're gonna get a. Here's the thing. The thing with the Force Awakens one is you have Kylo and Rey side by side, showing each side of the Force, obviously, but we didn't know that at the time. So are we gonna get something like that in this new poster? Are we gonna see a side by side of maybe Snoke and Luke side by side? Over under Snoke being on this poster.
Over under what?
Snoke being on the poster.
What's the number? What's my goal?
Well, never tell me the odds. 50.
Oh, never tell me the odds. Then I would say 14% Snoke is on the poster. Wow. I think they're saving him. If I had to guess what it's going to look like, here's this for some reference. I would say that on this side of the poster we'll have Luke, a very subdued looking Luke, the same kind that we saw him in Force Awakens. We won't see him looking like he's in action because they will want to save that. Probably just be in his robe, probably just kind of half turned, looking at the camera like, oh, I'm in a robe. We'll have Rey in the center, possibly even like standing back to back with Kylo. I think that would be kind of neat. Maybe like she's looking up, he's looking down, have them in the center. And then I think on the other side, opposite of Luke, we will have Leia looking very sad about something. And then down along the bottom, we'll have Finn, Poe, Rose, BB-8, and I think you're right. I think we'll get like a DJ where he's just like maybe holding his belt, like he's up to something, but we don't know what. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I think just there's something about me that really thinks DJ is going to be on there, and like I said, I can't tell you if Holdo is going to be on there or not. I don't think she will be. I think Leia should be on the poster. I mean, this is her last time to be on the poster. Yeah. So even if that wasn't the initial plan, I think you do the right thing. You go back there and you put Leia on that poster. But you know what? I would like to see Snoke on the poster.
Well, me too. I mean, I like Snoke. I want to see him. But I think that putting Snoke on this poster would have been like putting Luke on that poster.
Yeah, I see that. The thing with me, like, how much is he in this movie? And Rian Johnson says not that much. If he is a huge, if his role is small, if he's just sprinkled in, but he's a huge factor. Like everything leads to Snoke. Something leads to Snoke. I could totally see them putting on it because we've seen him in the flesh. They've released pictures of him in the flesh. They've released that scary doll. Where have you seen that? Where like you take off his clothes and it's like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've really like we had action figures. We know what Snoke looks like, so there's nothing to hide from us on Snoke. So if you want to show. If Snoke is the big bad, if Kylo Ren is not the big bad, and I know you can argue, no, Kylo Ren's on a different path, but they want us to believe, regardless, that Kylo Ren is the big bad, whether he is or not. But if they want us to believe Snoke is a big bad, then you put Snoke on that poster with Kylo Ren.
Okay, how about this? I think if we get Snoke on this poster, I think what will happen is we'll have what I described before, and we'll have Snoke's eyes.
Yeah.
I think that's because his eyes are very, like, you look at them and you'll know those are his eyes. It's not just like, who's that? Yeah. Like, his eyes are messed up looking, so you'll know right away. I think that would be the best way to incorporate Snoke, at least on this poster. Until we know how big his role is going to be, who knows?
Well, I was thinking, if he has a big role, he'll be on it. And if Snoke is not on the poster, I think that's telling of what to expect from Snoke, because he's a bust.
He's a bust. But then, no, don't worry, because then in episode 9, the poster is literally just going to be him going like this.
Oh, my God,
so.
I know. No. Do you think Snoke will survive 8? Because I keep hearing that he's not going to. I think he will. But I don't know. I really want to know. I just want to know his. I'm trying to find the words here because I want to know, is Snoke worth knowing about? Is Snoke worth? Because we're all like, we're gonna get a Snoke novel. Is he worth that novel? And if he's not, that does not, for me personally anyway, take away from his character in The Force Awakens and going forward into this one. I want to know, is his character worth a backstory? Palpatine turned out that he was worth a backstory. Snoke, like I said, doesn't. I mean, because Leia says it was Snoke, that kind of makes you want to see a backstory. But I'm really 100% okay with anything they give me. But with him being a fraud, like you and Josh mentioned on our Revenge of the Fifth podcast, like I'm okay with him being a fraud. Also, like I'm okay with, as long as it's not Luke Skywalker as the bad guy, I'm okay with whatever I get out of Snoke. Does that make sense?
You mean, are you saying you would be okay with just him existing and not knowing where he came from?
Yeah. But no. Yes, but also, like, he has an end in the film, let's say he just dies. He's like, oh, I'm old, and he dies. But I'm okay if they were like, he was a hack, a fraud. And like, I'm okay with him not needing to read a 400-page novel about him, if that's the case. I'm okay with reading one also. Mm-hmm. But if they're like, no, he was actually not that great a bad guy. He was all blah blah blah, and really the bad guy is Kylo, and Kylo's actually you know what I mean? Like I'm okay with both sides of it.
Okay, I see what you mean. I wouldn't hate that, but I would prefer if Snoke was a bigger deal. I would prefer to kind of understand, and like I said, the idea of him being a fraud was something that I was on board with, even like you said, back in the days. So if he's a fraud, that's cool with me.
Well, if he's a fraud, you could still get like the backstory novel because you had to find out how he became that fraud.
Yeah, I just think that his not origin, but his deal, for lack of a better term, like what's the deal with Snoke? His deal needs to be not necessarily like important, but it needs to have weight to it. If he's just a person you can kill off and then you don't have to write a book about it because everything's there, I don't know. It really depends how they do it, because people have made the argument, yes, when the original trilogy came out, we saw the Emperor and we just knew, oh, that's the Emperor. We didn't need to know his backstory. Like we just all accepted the fact that he was Emperor of this galaxy. But the difference is, back then we didn't have 6 movies beforehand where somebody else was the Emperor of the galaxy. So nobody was saying, well, where the hell did this guy come from? With Snoke, we have that. So we need to at least address the fact, like, where was this person this whole time? It's like the classic, like, what's Jerry Springer kind of thing, where it's like, if you're this baby's father, where you been at? So where you been at, Snoke? But dying in episode 8 is actually kind of a ballsy move. Mm-hmm. And I would not put it, I would be surprised. I would be like, oh, damn. But I wouldn't write it off. I wouldn't say it's an impossibility.
100%. And the only thing is, where you kill him, you have to know what 9 is if you kill him off in 8. And you hope that they know that far ahead. I hope that, I heard people talk, they don't know anything. They don't know who Snoke is. They just made a bad guy, which I disagree with, because you have, like we talked about this, you have to know why he looks like that. There has to be a reason why he's an old, decrepit man. Like, you need to know that. But yeah, so anyway, back to the poster. If he has a big enough role, a big enough impact on the film, so not screen time, but impact on the story, because he does not impact Force Awakens much. I mean, he lets you know that Kylo Ren is Ben Solo, that he is Han Solo's child. That's really all, and then he's like, I'm going to train him. He has to finish his training. And really, but other than that, there's no real impact. Like, you could cut him out of that movie and you're essentially fine with that. Whatever. And I think they snuck him in just so that you know that there is someone overseeing everything. Like, it's not just these two squabbling little kids, Kylo and Hux. There's actually like a father figure who's like, hey, stop it. You know what I mean? I am in charge here. Like, and that's why he was there, so that you got that. Because again, like the difference between that and A New Hope is, in A New Hope, Tarkin and Vader are respectful, and Tarkin means business. Hux, you're kind of like, he's power, like he's like the manager I just saw at the entertainment store the other day, where he's just power hungry, power trip kind of guy. You know what I mean? So that's where I come from with that. So now, that does that make sense?
Yeah, he's you kind of needed him considering what these other two minor villains were like. And again, going back to that whole is he a bust thing, I found him scary. I mean, the first time I watched Force Awakens, that moment where Hux is saying something, I think he's making up excuses, and Snoke just stands up and goes, "General!" I jumped in my chair. He's a scary dude. Whether or not he's that big, I think it's been confirmed now he is a tall man. That's about it. He's tall. He's not huge. So don't write him off. Just wait and see. Now, were you the one who told me, was it confirmed that he is in fact looking at a hologram of Sheev from that Lego toy?
Well, you and I did a video on it, and apparently, I have not seen this toy in stores. Apparently, it is in stores, and apparently the box set says that it is a hologram of the Emperor, which I don't completely believe because I haven't seen it. And I think that's a huge spoiler that you would throw out there on a weird toy like that. But yeah, it was me.
I really hope that's true, man.
I know you do.
I really hope that's true. But yeah, I don't think he'll be on this poster. If, like I said, if so, then just the eyes. You know what I think will definitely be on the poster? Those ships that drop the red smoke. Yeah. Those will be in the bottom corner somewhere.
And the walkers, those 4-legged gorilla walkers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I really hope you do, Lucasfilm, a second time, is I love what you did with this Blu-ray. I mean, like, you've got the poster here. It's great. But then you got this slipcase that goes over it, and it's all black, and it's just got the poster seen through like this little quasi-window thing, and the words Star Wars are outlined in gold. This is a beautiful cover.
What if that's the Last Jedi poster? And it's just like...
just little snippets of stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be so cool, man. I would be on board for that. And then it's like, this is what they show us on Sunday, but then the full one is like the day before it comes out. We see that full one. Yeah. I'd be down for that. Totally. I would be down. But when you guys are making the Blu-ray for The Last Jedi and for Episode 9, please keep doing this. Because this is gorgeous. This is a beautiful box. And you even made it black instead of blue because there's stars. I like this a lot. So you outdid yourselves. Keep it up, please.
All right, before we wrap this puppy up, over under. Never tell me the odds. Porgs appearing on the poster at some point. In some capacity, I guess I should say.
5%.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be there either. I'm sick of people being sick of porgs. I said it. I don't know. Have you seen many porg stuff in the stores?
In the stores?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't think I have.
The only people that are sick of porgs are the people that are looking too much at Star Wars stuff, or hearing that people are sick of porgs, so they're just pretending to be sick of them because they heard other people are sick of them. That's right. I'm talking to you, not you.
The other one.
The other one.
Yeah.
No, there's one person I'm talking about. Andrew Fantasia.
No, porgs are fine. I mean, I never loved them. I never hated them. I was just like, cool, a porg. We'll see them maybe for 20 minutes, and then that's it. That's fine. That's all we need.
Yeah, I hope they're on the poster. Not like I don't want them big, but like in the corner, you just see like if this is the poster. See, like right there's a porg. Here's what I would like. This is what I would like. And I'm probably wrong, but we got the gorilla walkers here, and then your ship's coming over here or here, whatever. And then you have your Luke and Kylo and Rey, still Rey there, and then Finn and Rose right there, and then you have a porg right there, and then the Millennium Falcon right. I'm just gonna go where it was already, right there. And then the Falcon. That's what I would like though. Like line on the bottom with your walkers. And then your X-Wing crate things.
I'm more excited for the Irish nuns.
Oh my God, the caretakers!
I can't wait for them.
Scottish though.
Scottish nuns, my bad. I'm more excited for them than the porgs. But yeah, speaking of being more excited for things, if I didn't mention already in this video, I am literally more excited for the poster than I am for the trailer. I am. I've really been looking, because I loved this Force Awakens poster so much. I've been looking forward to see what they do with Last Jedi more than the trailer, because I'm gonna watch the movie. The trailer doesn't need to sell me. I just want to see what kind of artwork they do for this. Like, how do you compile this story into a poster?
Well played. Well said. All right, guys, let us know what you want to see on the posters below, and do you think we're going to get it Sunday at New York Comic Con? I think we do. And then trailer on Monday, yes or no? Is that going to be confirmed? It probably is right now. We should do a What's Up Star Wars segment right now to figure it out. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Andrew, where can everybody find you at?
You can find me at Drew Struzan's house begging him to draw a poster and then being escorted away by security, and then on Facebook at Andrew Fantasia.
And you can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Petsafina. That's like pizza, but an E instead of an I. And PS4, you can be my butt at Battlefront.
You did that on purpose, didn't you? Because you love pizza.
I love pizza. Anyway, guys, Battlefront beta's out. I haven't played it yet, but may the force of others be with you.
Always.
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.